1, 2. 7 flatter, fly no shedding feathers, better sever or.
What's going on, everyone? I go by the name of KBTHEMARK, co-host of the DMV podcast, and this is your Monday Night Raw review for June 5th, 2021. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It'll really help the channel grow. I want to apologize to the subscribers or even the listeners of this. I know I told you guys last week that Raw was trending up. And if you took the time out to watch this godforsaken show, in the words of RTruth, this one's on me. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're opening off with Miz TV. And this was god-awful. Monday Night Raw started off early, and I am a huge Miz fan. I never thought a Miz TV segment could be bad, but it was bad. From Ricochet rapping his name to almost injuring Matt Riddle to the point to where he wouldn't be able to compete, to Johnny Dripstick, America's Most Wanted, amongst other names. Next up, we had Ricochet versus John Morrison, and this was bad. This was bad because it was a rematch of last week. We could have just let it ride, put Morrison and Ricochet in some other matches that could have built them up for Money in the Bank, but no. Next up, we have Naomi, Asuka, and almost a superhero, Nikki Ash. And this was god-awful. I am sick of looking at fucking Nikki Ash, almost a superhero. And I want to ask my listeners a question. Why the fuck are we celebrating somebody who's almost a superhero? Next up, we had the 8-women tag match. Nikki, almost a superhero, Cross, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Naomi, versus Eva Marie, Piper Niven, because I refuse to call her the other name, Shayna Baszler, and Nia Jax. And this was god-awful, with one thing that I want to point out. This match was god-awful. Here's what I like. I saw one tag team move from Nia Jax and Piper Niven, and immediately got the mentality of put them in a tag team. Put them in a tag team and let them run roughshod over this women's tag division and build up a legit babyface team that can beat them. Nia Jax and Piper Niven looks like a championship team that could go on a run for a year to a year and a half. Next up, we had Mustafa Ali versus Mansoor, and this was bad. As soon as Mustafa Ali got his foot caught in a rope, I knew that a roll-up was coming. And I was on Twitter, and somebody even said it. Watch Mustafa Ali beat Mansoor with a roll-up. Next up, we had Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal, and this was bad. Match didn't go too long. Nothing really memorable really happened in the match. Next up, we had Mason T-Bar versus the Lucha House Party, and this was god-awful. There is no part of me that is going to believe that the Lucha House Party can beat Mace and T-Bar. And the fact that we let it go off of her Karana roll-up, he didn't even have both legs secured. He only had one. I know it's all about the shoulders, but I've seen bigger guys kick out of moves like that. Next up, we have AJ Styles versus Matt Riddle. And this was bad. Had some good in it. I would really be leaning more towards a good, but the ending was god awful. Next up, we had the medical report of the Queen, Charlotte Flair. And this was god-awful. I guess both of these two, Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, are copying one another like little kids. These two sitting here pointing at each other, both looking like Spider-Man. The Spider-Man meme where Spider-Man and Spider-Man are pointing at each other. Next up, we had Cedric Alexander and Elias versus Jackson Ryker and RTruth. And this was god-awful. If I've said it once, I'll say it again. I don't want to see a Jackson Ryker babyface run. Next up, we have the main event. The New Day versus MVP and the almighty WWE champion, Bobby Lashley. And this was good. This was good. It was a great match. Nothing really exciting happened from it. Nothing really exciting happened to it, but it was a decent match. It was an easy match. I don't like the finish. I believe we would have gotten the story over more if we would have had another tap out loss to Bobby Lashley. Say MVP restricts or makes Kofi Kingston look at the Almighty, tap out his friend Xavier Woods. I believe we really would have been able to advance the story, because the story that we're trying to tell here is that the Almighty takes out Xavier Woods and is pushing Kofi Kingston to be his absolute best. But instead, you had to get the baby faces the win. I don't understand why. Like I said, I believe the storyline would have progressed better with the almighty WWE champion Bobby Lashley getting the win. And I don't believe, because MVP doesn't wrestle enough, so I guess that's why they gave him the pinfall loss. But I definitely would have had the Almighty get this win, especially since he was just coming back from a week off. So why even give the Almighty a loss? He should have came back, dominated, and tapped out Xavier Woods. But that is it, you guys. That is it for the review. If I'm going to grade Monday Night Raw 1 out of 10, I'm going to give it a 3. There was very little good on here. A few bad and a lot of god-awfuls. My wrestler of the night is going to go to none other than Matt Riddle. He put on a phenomenal performance with that hurt foot. I'm glad he got the pin. I'm glad he got the win. I wish we would have had a different ending. Well, that is it, you guys. That is it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It'll really help the channel grow. Once again, I go by the name of KBTHEMARK, co-host of the DMB podcast, and we will see you soon.